The latest news, national issues, the political scene, and conversations with prominent personalities. All these firsthand at the forefront. Good morning on behalf of Attorney Karen Jimeno. This is Ferdi Salvador. Joining us this morning via Zoom is former presidential spokesperson, former presidential spokesperson, Atty. Salvador Panelo. Good morning, Atty. Sal.
Good morning, Ferdi Salvador to Salvador Panelo.
Yes, Salvador to Salvador this morning, Atty. Sal. There's a lot of exciting topics to talk about. I'm sure you've been very busy this past few days, sir.
Yes, not only exciting but amusing.
All right, first topic on our deck, Atty. Sal. The former President Duterte made a speech regarding 15 senators that he wants to, quote-unquote, disappear or killed so that his senatorial slate could become senators. What are your opinions on this?
Well, the opposition from this party or from his party should be happy because that is an unwitting acknowledgement that the lineup of the administration candidates is strong and hard to beat.
Okay, sir. So a few, of course, defenders of the former president are saying that he was just joking. Is this the case?
People don't have to say that he's joking. Obviously, it was a joke. It was a joke, and a joke is a joke is a joke. Only a fool or stupid can view it as serious.
Yes, attorney. But apparently there are a few senatorial candidates that didn't find it amusing, didn't find it as a joke, and they might or allegedly might file some charges against the former president. Are you prepared for this, or have you discussed with the former president, sir?
Ferdi, I haven't heard any of the senators complaining about it or saying that they would consider or mulling filing a case. What I heard,
yes, sir,
what I saw on news is that they consider it as a joke. Three of the senators. Who are the senators that you are referring to?
Sir, I will have to get back to you on that with regard to who actually said it. That's why I said alleged. So, but of course, if it does come to that, Attorney Sal, are you prepared for any defense or any statements regarding this? I hope it doesn't get to that, of course.
It's not a question of whether the former president is ready for a defense. It is a question of whether it is easy for them to prove a joke to be serious.
Correct, sir.
It is dismissed outright, even from the point of view of preliminary investigation. Wala, i-dismiss kagad dyan. Even the DA and the NBA are saying that it's rhetoric, it's a joke, it's part of the political discourse.
Talking about... Attorney Sal, talking about mga dismissal po, they're planning to send a petition filed in the Supreme Court to stop the impeachment of Vice President Sara. What are your thoughts on this?
It's the right petition for the wrong reason.
Sir,
one, because they're saying that it should be dismissed because the members of Congress, the lower house, didn't go through the impeachment complaint. Sabi nila, mga less than a minute daw, tapos inapprova na. You know, under the law, there is such thing as regularity, presumption of regularity. Moreover, alam mo, you remember there were 3 complaints filed, di ba?
Yes, attorney.
3 complaints filed. And this was 2 months ago pa. In other words, they went through that already. They've been commenting on that. And then the 4th complaint was parang combination of the 3. Madali sabi, pinag-aralan nila. In fact, they finalized complaint consisting of the 3 complaints. So, pinag-aralan nila yun. So, kung yun ang magiging reason mo na hindi pinag-aralan, dismissible yun. Yun na intindi ng korte. Mabuti pa sabihin nila na hindi nila sinunod yung Constitution with respect to filing that dapat within 10 days, referred to the Committee on Justice. The Committee on Justice within a period of time will be discussing it, then recommending it to the plenary. Buti pa gano'n. Pero yung sabihin mo na hindi nila nabasa, malabo yun.
Opo. Yung follow-up question lang po dyan, kasi po, of course, based on your statement po, na it's not constitutional. Now, Senator Coco Pimentel has sent out a letter to the Senate emphasizing the chamber's duty to act without delay for the impeachment complaint. Your opinion, Attorney Sal?
Malabo rin yun kasi you cannot force the Senate to convene. It has to have time also. Kasi when the upper house transmitted that, it was on the last hour of the session of the Senate.
Opo.
And they cannot convene without even promulgating rules and regulations to cover the impeachment trial. Kaya may silang reason to not to proceed immediately.
So I'm assuming, Attorney Sal, that you believe that there will not be a special session just to tackle the impeachment complaint against Vice President Duterte.
Sa tingin ko, according to the head of the Senate, July na, after the SONA. Problema nila doon, baka ma-technical na naman sila. Kasi the upper house.
Opo, paano ho sila technical, Attorney Sal? Would you mind educating me, please?
Kasi yung House of Representatives, not a continuing body. At like the Senate na may matitirang 12. Madali sabi, nag-end na yung term nila. O paano? Kailangan mag-refile kasi bago na yung House of Representatives. Pag nag-file naman sila, may one-year ban. Pero sa totoo
may one-year ban ho doon?
Yes, may one-year ban. Pero sa tingin ko dyan, ang talagang reason for the delay is that umatras sila, natakot sila doon sa nangyaring 1.8 million na rally dyan sa Luneta and another million from Cebu, Bacolod, Pagadian, Iloilo na nagrally against the impeachment. Natakot sila sa magiging reaction ng tao. Ilang katotohanan niya kung ano lang yung sila.
So do you think there's going to be other rallies supporting the Vice President in case magkaroon ho tayo ng special session?
Ano yung tinatanong mo?
Sir, do you think there's going to be other rallies supporting Vice President Duterte kung matuloy ho ang special session?
And I'm afraid it will escalate throughout the country. As I've been saying, pag hindi nila yan ang we might be having another political upheaval.
We hope it doesn't get to that since, elections is upon us.
Nobody would want that. But history will teach us that when the very government created by the people no longer respond to their needs and commit abuses and violate with impunity provisions of the Constitution, the people that created that government will rise and destroy their creation.
Opo. Yung nag-file po...
That's the history of the world.
Yes, sir. Sir, Attorney Sal, yung nag-file po ng impeachment sa Supreme Court, yung petition that was filed in the Supreme Court to stop the impeachment, is there any way connected to the camp of Vice President Duterte or her father?
Alagay ko wala. Baka on their own lang yan.
So they're independent po?
Tingin ko, kasi nag-dinner kami ni President Duterte, wala naman siyang binabanggit about that. Hindi nga namin alam na may magpapail.
Ganun ba ho, sir? Okay, let's move on to another topic. There is a disqualification filed against the Tulfos family at the COMELEC for monopolistic concentration of power in one family. What is your opinion on this? It's alluding to political dynasty, sir.
Malabo rin yun kasi dynasty, habang it's prohibited under the Constitution. There is no enabling law for that. Wala pang definition kung ano ba talagang dynasty.
Aha.
Saka ano ba ang mga banal. Wala pa eh, malabo pa yan eh. Kaya I don't think that would prosper. Mabuti pa, yung kanilang basis for disqualification, yung citizenship, yung sila mga Pilipino, at natural born.
Aha.
Mas okay pa yun.
Pero may defense rin ho daw kasi it's not a political dynasty, quote-unquote, if they're running for a national position. Do you think that's a safe play?
Wala, malabo yun. I don't think it will prosper.
Yeah, do you think, you are a top lawyer, do you think that that Congress would ever pass a law on political dynasty if it's defined?
Definitely, they will not pass a law against their interest. Yun na sigurado. That is why I've been advocating for a revolutionary government, the abolition of Congress. Kasi walang mangyayari yan. Kung kontra sila dyan, syempre, hanggang ngayon nga, hindi sila nagpapasa ng batas. They will never go against their interest.
Kasi syempre madaming humaapektuhan, the good and not so good. So,
hindi lang madami maapektuhan, sila ang maapektuhan.
Against ba ho kayo sa political dynasties?
How's that?
Are you against political dynasties, Attorney Sal?
Generally, no. Kasi, habang totoo na, the history dyan, kaya galit ang tao sa political dynasty. Kasi, karamihan sa mga politician, clan, na palaging nananalo, palaging nagsisilbi, hindi sila nagre-responde. Madalit sabi, they protect their interest. Puro pang kanila. Nakakalimutan nila yung pangangailangan ng taong bayan. They never serve the interest of the people. Kaya galit sila sa mga clans, mga dynasty, asawa, nephew, anak, papalitan lang. But the exception is there are families serve well the community, like the Dutertes in Davao. Kaya palagi silang nananalo kasi nakikita yung trabaho, nakikita yung their sincerity, they're productive. So, talagang ayaw ng Pilipino. Pero pag tinanong mo, sabi mo, yung mga Duterte, sabi, hindi, iba yun, exception to the rule.
So hindi of course, I think you're gonna say you believe that they're not a political dynasty.
No.
What is your
dynasty in the sense na palagi sila ang tumatakbo at nanalo. Pero pag sinabi mo kasing dynasty, may negative connotation na eh.
Actually, sir, I was gonna ask you, what is your personal definition of a political dynasty?
Well, a political dynasty, it means simple na yung pamilya mo palaging may hawak na kapangyarihan. Their family always holds the political power in that particular place. Yun lang naman ibig sabihin ng dynasty. Palaging in succession, palaging nandun. Pero pag-uusapan mo whether the dynasty serves the people or not. Kaya nagiging negative nga because of that. They're not serving the people.
Attorney Sal, on other topics naman, we want to seek your opinion or the former president's opinion on other subjects. Number one would be the Chinese helicopter which flew dangerously close to an aircraft in Panatag Shoal or Bajo de Masinloc recently in the West Philippine Sea. What is the position of the former president regarding this?
I don't know whether he knows about it. Kahit ako ngayon ko lang narinig yan.
What about the position of the former president? This has only happened yesterday. What about the position of the former president with the continuous harassment of our military personnel in the West Philippine Sea?
Alam mo, ang posisyon ni Presidente nung siya'y presidente pa.
Yes, sir.
Makipagkaibigan na. We have to be friends with them. Kasi they're claiming that the entire South China Sea is theirs. And we're claiming that part of that is ours. So kung yan ang bone of contention, talagang hindi kayo magkakasundo. That is what he did was to go to other aspects of daily relationship between two countries. Kaya pumasok siya sa trade, pumasok sa loans, pumasok siya sa cultural exchanges, pumasok siya sa sharing of intelligence. Kaya if you remember, Ferdi, during his time, walang mga bullying eh. Walang ganong tension kasi nga naging magkaibigan sila. The tension started only when the present administration veered away. Nagkaroon ng paradigm shift. Medyo bumalik tayo sa mga Amerikano. And yan, the result, nabigyan natin ng mga military bases, yung sa EDCA. Kaya nag-react sila. Ang feeling nila, and they told us to our faces, na you are our friends, but you are giving our enemies these military camps that will be the stores of missiles launched against us. Paano pa tayo magiging magkaibigan? Babanatan namin kayo. Yan ang teorya nila. Tama naman sila doon.
Do you think the current administration should go back to the friendly ties by removing or even scaling down our relationship with our other superpowers?
The better foreign policy is friends to all, enemy to none. Kasi kailangan yung ating foreign policy will be based on our interests. Pag pabor sa atin, magkakaibigan tayo. Pag kontra, magkaibigan tayo pero hindi kami papayag. Dapat ganyan ang attitude.
What about, sir, yung let's talk about naman other domestic concerns. Meron pong Supreme Court designated date na po on April 1st for oral arguments declaring 2025 GAA as unconstitutional. What is your opinion and the former president's opinion on this, sir?
Talagang unconstitutional yan. Meron na akong mga articles on that. Statement.
Can you expound, sir?
Bakit unconstitutional? Yung sinasabi ni Presidente Marcos Jr. na walang blocks enroll bill, tama siya doon. Pero hindi naman pinag-uusapan yung enroll bill. What we're talking about is the BICAM report na may blanks, and that was the basis of the enroll bill. In other words, they filled it up. Yun ang unconstitutional. Bakit unconstitutional? Under the Constitution, before you pass a law, it has to pass through the requirements of passing through 1, 2, 3 readings unless naging urgent. And even at that, kasi di ba, dalawang sangay ng ano yan. Now, if both of them have different versions, they will have to reconcile it. But ang ginawa nilang reconciliation, it was done by 2 or 3 or 4 people lamang, which is contrary to the constitutional procedure when passing a law. Iyon ang magiging basis ng unconstitutionality mo.
Well, there's a lot of talk regarding GAA since it was put forward po. What do you think should the current administration do to fix this?
Well, ang wala silang choice kung hindi bumalik sa previous budget of this year. And pag kulang, di mag-special lang sila. Gumawa sila ng special appropriation para doon sa kulang.
Talking about appropriations, Attorney Sal, madami rin hong mga departments na nagkakaroon ng slash in budgets. Ano pong opinion natin dito?
Ang naging problema kasi nila, kinuha nila yung mga priority budget, ibinigay nila sa iba. Kasi nga, election time, kailangan ng mga kongresista, mga senador, may access. O yun ang naging problema eh. Kaya, nagkagulo. Eh dapat, ako from the very start, dapat walang pakialam ang mga members of Congress. Wala sila dapat access sa budget kasi that's the source of corruption dyan ang magulo. Dapat executive lang talaga yan.
Like departments such as DOH, alam ho natin ngayon na meron tayong, dito sa Metro Manila, meron ho tayong mga dengue outbreak. Ang iniisip na po ng mga netizens o mga taga Metro Manila, baka wala ho silang access sa libreng gamot o sa libreng test kits. Baka they might blame the budget cuts on the non-performance of these departments by giving them basic needs. Your opinion on this, sir?
Ganun na nga mangyari kasi under the Constitution, under the law creating PhilHealth, dapat merong reserve na amount dun sa sobra, sa surplus ng PhilHealth. At gagamitin mo yun, you're gonna use that to increase the benefits and reduce the contribution. Hindi nangyari yun. Ang ginawa nila, sinoli nila sa National Treasury, which is against the law. Kasi ang mangyayari, tinanggalan mo ang PhilHealth, tapos tinanggalan mo ang public highways, tinanggalan mo ang Department of Education, mga priority projects nila, inilagay mo doon sa mayroong access sila, ngayon dyan sa pambibigay ng mga ayuda. Ang mangyayari ngayon, pinuna mo ng mga appropriations yung mga high priority projects ng mga iba't ibang departamento, kulang na yung kanilang budget. So, anong gagawin mo? One, manghihiram ka na naman ng pera sa ibang foreign institutions. So, matadagdagan naman ng foreign debt nyo. Or mag-i-increase ka ng tax para makakuha ka ng additional pera. So, kaya may problema talaga.
Yeah, you pointed out something interesting to me, Attorney Sal, with regard to DepEd. They did slash the budget of DepEd. I'm sure during the previous administration or the administration of President Duterte, education was also a focal point. This is going to have a ripple effect, obviously, because once you slash budget, there's effects, right? What's his programs that were institutionalized during his administration going to be affected regarding this?
Well, ang Department of Education binigyan ng malaking budget, unlike ngayon. Kaya nga, nagtataka ako kay Secretary Sani Angara na umalma siya pero hindi siya nag-resign in protest sa ginawang reduction ng kanyang budget sa Department of Education.
Do you think that would have been the best sign of protest by resigning, or perhaps talking about it and staying in place?
I think so, because if I were the president and one of my cabinet members resigned because of that, malaking dagok sa administrasyon, mapapahiya ako.
Isa pa ho, Attorney Sal, I know I'm taking a lot of your time, but I'm enjoying conversing with you. Si Major Nicholas Torre III po, magfa-file ho or nag-file ng criminal charges or sedition raps versus the former President Duterte for abandoning police officers who followed his orders during his term. What is the former president's opinion on this, sir?
Sino nag-file? Who?
Si Major Nicholas Torre III.
Yung involved doon sa KOJC?
I got to check with regards. Yes po, he was involved with KJOC. KJOC.
Is he the CIDG chief now?
Yes, sir.
And he will file, inciting to sedition because of what?
Of abandoning police officers who followed his orders during his term.
Abandoning?
Yes, sir.
What does he mean by abandoning? Alam ko magpapile siya inciting to sedition because of the joke. Because of the joke of killing 15 senators to give way for the opposition candidates. Kaya sabi ko, if that is your basis, that joke, then you are a tower of ignorance and an edifice of nonsense.
Okay, sir, but apparently this is the first time you've been hearing it. We're going to follow this as it develops, Attorney Sal. Sir, yeah, what about, I want something a little bit more interesting. I know you are super busy, especially the former president. How is your campaign trail coming along?
I don't know. I'm not involved in the campaign trail.
Hindi ho.
And the former president naman, we don't have to campaign. Sigurado landslide yung panalo yun sa kanyang as mayor. I do not know his campaign plans on helping the senatorial candidates of the PDP laban. Hindi ko alam. I'm not involved there.
Okay, sir, but I'm sure he's going to be very busy on the senatorial slates, and of course, you said he's confident about his mayoral candidacy. Attorney Sal, thank you so much for joining me this morning and shedding light on some of the issues at hand, and I hope you have a wonderful day.
Thank you. You too.
Thank you, sir. At the forefront, we'll be right back after a short break. We are back here at the forefront. Joining us via phone patch is Surigao del Norte 2nd District Representative Congressman Robert Ace Barbers. Kong Ace, magandang umaga po.
Hi, magandang umaga, Ferdi, at magandang umaga rin po sa ating mga kababayan.
Kong Ace, I've been following you for the past couple of months. It's been very busy for you.
Yeah, medyo had to do a lot of obligations for the bayan, ika nga.
Yes, sir. And one obligation I heard today is there's a legislative franchise for social media. These are in reference to vloggers, and there is a special hearing. Is this correct?
Yes, yesterday we had our second TRICOM hearing where the main objective really is to propose a regulatory policy or framework in the use of our social media platforms in the country. There seems to be no strict regulation similar to the KBP for broadcast and for broadcast media and NUJP for reporters, no, in the newspaper. So we propose that in order for us to stop the spread of fake news, there must be some sort of a regulation or a policy that will be followed by these social media actors, no? Because there seems to be some or very few of them have already used these platforms abusively, no? They try to present their opinions, so-called opinions, but the objective really is not just presenting their own opinions, but to hit hard on those people that they don't like, meaning leaning on some political alliances, no? And that's fine, no? If they support a candidate, that's okay. That's their right, no? And we're not curtailing the
We're having a few difficulties with Congressman Barbers because he's actually on the road and he just gave us some of his time. Congressman Ace, are you back? While we wait for Congressman Ace Barbers, he just mentioned that the House. Are you back, Cong? Okay, he just mentioned that they are trying to find regulations to help and prevent fake news, the spread of fake news with bloggers. But we will take a short break. We'll be right back. And you're still watching At the Forefront. Unfortunately, due to technical issues, we have lost Congressman Ace Barbers on the line. But we will be following developing stories with regard to the TRICOM committee. So the interesting mix of national issues keep Filipinos in suspense, awaiting for what happens next on these engaging developing stories. For updates on these stories, always stay tuned with the Bilyonaryo News channel. Be timely informed, be insightful in the news, always stay at the forefront. Join us again tomorrow for meaningful conversations that would help you form an objective personal opinion. This is Ferdi Salvador on behalf of Attorney Karen Jimeno. Thank you so much for spending your hour with us.